As Trump's trials loom, U.S. Judicial panel to re-examine TV ban. Oct. 26. Reuters. A U.S. judicial panel on Thursday agreed to study relaxing a long-standing ban on broadcasting federal criminal proceedings at the urging of Democratic lawmakers and news organizations seeking to televise former President Donald Trump's trials. But even as the U.S. Judicial Conference's Advisory Committee on Criminal Rules agreed to establish a subcommittee to examine the issue, its chair warned that any rule change would likely come too late for Trump's federal trials next year, even moving at warp speed. For our committee, any rule change would not take effect for 3 years at best, more likely 4 years, U.S. District Judge James Dever, the committee's chair, said during a meeting in Minneapolis. Trump, the leading contender for the Republican nomination for the 2024 presidential election, is facing federal charges in Washington and Florida that he tried to overturn the 2020 election and mishandled classified documents. A trial in the election subversion case is set for March, and the classified documents one is scheduled for May. Trump, who also is under indictment in separate state court cases in Georgia and New York, has pleaded not guilty. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than proceedings in the Georgia case have been streamed on YouTube. But federal courts, unlike many state courts, bar TV cameras and photography in courtrooms, meaning only a handful of people who go to court in person will be able to watch his federal trials. In an August 3 letter, 38 Democratic members of the House of Representatives urged the Judicial Conference, the judiciary's policymaking body, to nonetheless allow Trump's trials to be broadcast, saying, "It is hard to imagine a more powerful circumstance for televised proceedings." The letter was signed by among others Representatives Adam Schiff of California, Hank Johnson of Georgia, Jerry Connolly of Virginia and Benny Thompson of Mississippi. Several media organizations later made a similar request, asking the judiciary to at least create an exception for an extraordinary case. But in a September 14 memo, 2 law professors who serve as advisors to the committee concluded it lacked authority to create an exemption to the broadcasting ban, and any action the committee could take would come too late for Trump's trials. One of the professors, Sarah Sun Beal of Duke University School of Law, said at Thursday's meeting the fastest it could legally under its processes finalize a rule change was December 2026. Despite that reality, Dever, who sits in Raleigh, North Carolina, said the panel would establish a subcommittee to broadly re-examine the broadcasting ban in Rule 53 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, citing long-standing debates over televising trials. Several news organizations have separately asked U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan in Washington, D.C., to hold that applying the broadcasting ban to Trump's unprecedented election subversion case would be unconstitutional. The U.S. Department of Justice is expected to oppose their request by November 3. Read more. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than ACLU urges judge to reconsider Trump gag order in D.C. election case. Trump D.C. trial set for March 2024. In thick of GOP presidential fight, trial in Trump classified documents case set for May 2024.